Let's take some deep breaths. Let's inhale. Let's exhale. Let's get grounded. Let's kind of shake your hands, shake your arms, move your body. Some of you haven't even stretched today. Some of you haven't exercised in a minute. Some of you probably haven't even had breakfast or a meal or something nourishing. And so I really want you to get centered and really like be present in this space. Be ready to be nourished. We're going to do a little bit of digging. So I want you to make sure that you have a journal, a pen, something to write with, take notes with, your phone, your tablet. And again, let's start with breathing, right? Let's center the space. Let's center with an intention, right? There is a reason why you joined today. There's a reason why you came to spend your afternoon with me, 2 hours of your day. And I am really humbled and honored and excited to share space with you and also provide you with some tools in just 2 hours. You'll be so surprised at the end of our time today, like what you're able to discover and unravel once you set the time to focus inwards and look at the things you've been resisting up until this point, until today, right? So your feet are firmly planted on the ground. You could sit cross-legged if that's comfortable for you. Your palms face down. And I'm asking you to place them either on your lap or on the floor if you're sitting on the floor, so that you can connect to the earth, right? So I have my hands on my thighs, my feet are on my prayer mat, touching the ground. And so I am asking for the universe, for spirit guides to send me the energy that I need today through my feet, up my calves, to my knees, through my thighs, up to where my root chakra is, my sacral, my solar plexus, my heart chakra, my throat chakra, my third eye chakra, my crown, right? So I'm allowing for the breath to bring me all the way up. And so that's what we're going to do. Inhale, close your eyes if that's comfortable for you. Find something to gaze at. And let's begin. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. I want you to pick a color, your favorite color, a color that you can connect to during this meditation, during this visualization. Inhale. Keep your eye, the center of your eye, connect to that color, like call it really present. Inhale. Send that color, that light, that ray, shoot it directly from here down to your toes, to your feet. Allow it to tingle, allow it to vibrate, allow it to move, to begin to send you like a current, right? It's a current that we're looking for, like a spark, chispa, lightly tapping you, right? It's lightly, the light is tapping you. Inhale, exhale. Allow the light to start moving up slowly to your ankles, like a circle around your ankles. It's circling. You're breathing normally. It's not forced. Moving up your calf, to your knees. Moving quicker, moving quicker, up your thighs to your root chakra, staying there for a moment because you haven't breathed into your root chakra in a minute. Here is where we stay grounded. Here is where we connect to the earth. Here is where we ask for blessings. Here is where we ask for things to be unlocked. Yes. Let's move up to our sacral. Hold it there. Let's give our pelvis area some love. That color is just hugging on us. Move it up to your solar plexus here. You've been going through it, experiencing maybe some stress, some gut health, some nervous energy. We're releasing it. This light is healing it, cleansing us, purging us. Yes. Purging the shit we're carrying, the thing that brought you to this moment, to this session, to this class. If you're watching it like on IG or in YouTube Live, like here right on time, this is the thing you never knew you needed. You didn't know you needed this shit in your life right now. Let's go up to our heart chakra. Put one of your hands on your heart, the other hand over your heart. Let the light sit there. What does your heart need? What have you been in need of? What has been hurting you? What have you been carrying? What has been blocking you? Where do you need to slow down? Where do you need to focus? What needs to heal? Let's take a moment and love on ourselves. I love you. Right? We're saying that to ourselves. I love you, heart. Thank you for the ways you beat. Allow me to live. Send blood through my veins. Yes. Yes. Let's move the light up to our throat. What's the thing you needed to say? What's the thing that you've been needing to say? What's the thing that hasn't been said? What's the thing that stays here, kind of like choking you? What are you not communicating? What are you saying to the universe you want? But your actions are saying some other shit. Release it. Third eye. Let's move up. Oh. Here. Our third eye is where we see the thing that we've been avoiding seeing. Yes. Breathe. Move it to your crown. Allow it to be above your head like a halo. Circling you. Now this light is growing and you feel it like a spotlight on your whole body, from your crown down to your body, filling you, giving you the energy, the light that you needed right in this moment. As you sit here, allowing this light to just kind of envelop you and lift you and fill you and hug you and embrace you and hold you. Be thinking about what your intention is for being here. When you think of the word ascend, to ascend, and your ascension, what does it look like? Right? What does it look like? That's the question that I'm going to be posing over the next 2 hours, things that we're going to be talking about, reflecting on. Yes? My ascension looks like, my ascension feels like. When I think about ascension, what I see for myself. See it, claim it, and when you're ready, only when you're ready, come out of meditation and drop it in the comments, your definition for ascension. Welcome, welcome everyone, welcome to the Ascend with Alicia program. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. What is ascension? Your definition of ascension. Freedom. Ascension to me looks like freedom. Alicia says ascension looks like breaking those chains. Jennifer says growing and connecting to my ancestors, learning how to do rituals properly, freeing the self from ego-driven behaviors. Beautiful. Freedom to be your true self. Beautiful. Beautiful. Ascension, let's give you the definition of ascension. The action of rising to an important position and a higher level of being. Ascension to some people looks like success. Ascension to some people looks like getting the house, getting the job, having the titles, right? In this context of a spiritual journey, ascension looks like climbing a motherfucking mountain. It's the program is designed to take 12 steps, right? 12 steps of climbing this mountain, and it's not linear. It's not all the way up. Ascending is not all the way up. It's taking the steps and freeing. It's learning at each step, each experience, each moment of our life, where we need to grow. It's like it's a test. It's a content test. Where do we need to grow? Where do we need to stretch? What do we need to shift? What do we need to change in order to truly ascend to our peak, whatever that means? For some of us, ascension looks like freedom. For some of us, ascension looks like spiritual enlightenment, mastery, connection, ancestral wisdom, learning some things, changing some things, shifting old beliefs into new beliefs, right? For me, ascension is this journey of, I may be on my third step and I may get knocked the fuck down. And I know that my ascension requires that, me going back and learning a lesson that perhaps I was unwilling to learn in the past, right? And so we're going to dig in. Did everyone get the, did everyone get the free, the PDF, the workbook? I'm gonna drop it into. It's uploading in the chat. So if you're on your phone on Zoom, I'm not sure if you're able to download the workbook. But we're gonna get to work. We're gonna start digging right now. So let's do this. I'm going to try to share this screen. I don't know how it's going to look. Tell me in the chat, can you see the workbook in its entirety? I'm waiting for you guys to answer in the you can't see the whole page from this view. That's what I'm asking. Like, do I need to like minimize it? Like when I scroll, you can see the top of the page, but you can't see. Is there a way, does anyone know how to make this so that you can see? It's just showing big. So like if I scroll down and yeah, I wish it was smaller. See, this is why we do a tech. This is why we do a tech. Can I make this? Let's try it this way. All right. This might work. It's so good to see you all. It's so good to see you all. How's that? Do you see that better? Like if I make it, should I make it smaller like that? Is that good? Because then it gives you the whole page. Nice. Teamwork makes the dream work. All right. So welcome. Some of you have been a part of the first cohort of the Ascend with Alicia program, so I'm so happy you're here, my goddaughter. This is my second round of offering the program, and I'm really excited to share it with you all. So welcome. The Ascend with Alicia program is my spiritual coaching practice. It's rooted in one word, ascend. We're done believing that we're unworthy. We're done with reciprocal relationships. We are ready for generational wealth. Ascension is rising, right? Us rising, ascending into our divinity. Let's start. The first cycle is, I'm gonna actually go to, there we go. The first cycle, week one is cleaning out the cellar. This week, we will focus on, we're going to be writing today, fam. So get ready. Cleaning out the cellar. So what is your self-perception? What does a day in your life look like? What do you wake up feeling? What's the energy that you see yourself moving with? The reason why we begin with like self-perception is because everything begins and starts with us, period. It begins and starts with us. What are your rituals? When you wake up in the morning, do you just get up and go? Or are you intentional about, I'm going to start off my day with meditation, or I'm going to start off my day reading an excerpt from an affirmation or meditation text. I'm going to start my day off by just being still. I'm going to start my day by breathing for 5 minutes. I'm going to start, how do you start your day? What rituals serve you? What things aren't? These are the things that we're doing. We're cleaning out the cellar, because the truth of the matter is that how we see ourselves and how we're communicating with the universe, there's something that's not meshing. There's something that's not jiving. You're saying that you want to ascend. You're saying that you want to be top floor, as Imani would say, top floor sentiment. You're saying that you want this life. But your actions and the thing and your daily life is saying other. It's saying something completely different, right? You following? Like, you're saying, I want more peace in my life, but you're moving in the world the complete opposite. Mad negative, gossiping, putting really poisonous shit in your body. Cleaning out the cellar, saying, I'm going to sit with myself and I am ready to remove the things that have been hurting me. And that's an entire week of exploring some questions, doing shadow work, deeply reflecting on the shit you know you need to remove in order to live your best life. Listen, I am not Buddha. I get it wrong. I have fucked up days. But also what I do have, in addition to having fucked up days and having days where I'm triggered, I have spiritual practices that I can turn to and rely on to recalibrate, to refocus, to rein it in. Right now in my life, ritual is my saving grace. And you have to be willing to shift, right? Not be so rigid that it has to be and look a certain way. The one thing I know for sure that I have to do every day is pray and do yoga, those two things every day. Like, even when I'm tense or I pull something, that is not an excuse for me not to do yoga, because I can sit in a chair and do whatever chair poses are safe. Rituals mean you are committed to shifting your fucking life. Discipline is also another word that would be great for our vocabulary, is me saying I'm committed to this ritual, this spiritual practice, this discipline in order to improve my life. And so that's week one. It's important, right? 2, being comfortable in your skin. This is your body. This week is our body assessment. This week we write our soul statement. Our soul statement, we're not going to write it in this class, but the soul statement is really who you believe you are and what you believe you deserve. Who are you? Why are you here? What did you came here to do? Soul contracts. We each were giving very specific gifts. Many are called, few will fucking answer, is no lie, right? Is no lie. Being comfortable in your skin. Who are you? Do you know your worth? How would you describe yourself? What behaviors, what mindsets, what self-perceptions would you like to incorporate into the new life you're creating for yourself? When I think about that question for myself, I see My life is ceremony. When I make my tea, it's ceremony. When I light candles for my Orisha and my ancestors, it's ceremony. When I make my bed, it's ceremony. When I lay out the mat for yoga, it's ceremony. When I sit down to eat, it's ceremony. So when I'm sitting with the guilt that shows up about the life that I'm living right now, because I'm also not going to lie and say that there are not moments where I don't feel a little bit of guilt because I'm living this life, and a lot of people that love me can't be a part of that, because I posted this on my Instagram this morning. It was a beautiful excerpt of an interview that what's the artist I posted on Instagram today? Why can't I think of her name? What's her name? It's gonna bother me. Hang on. Princess Nokia. And she talks about elevating. It's a beautiful interview. She talks about elevating, and when you're on your path to your spiritual awakening, there are people that can't come with you, and it's really lonely. There's a lot of solitude in that, but how crucial it is to the person you're becoming. Like, there is an understanding about, like, when so being comfortable in your skin is not only loving our body, like we're spending time with that, with meditating on how we treat our body, how we see ourselves, what do we see when we look in the mirror, but also getting to a place where we understand that there's a part of the journey that we're meant to go alone. Oh, I love this question. Is there a way to find out what our soul contract is? Yes, there is a way to find out what your soul contract is, but that requires discipline. That requires a commitment to digging and exploring and asking. That requires sitting with your ancestor altar, if you have one, spirit guides, if that's what you believe in, yoga and meditation, prayer, like all of these spiritual practices or whatever. It could be meditating with crystals. It could be working with the chakras. Your soul contract will be revealed to you when you sit the fuck down and commit to asking the questions. You could be journaling every day. Journaling is a wonderful way to communicate with spirit. It is where I heal myself, where I turn to ask questions and wait for answers. Ask. All you have to do is ask and wait. Your soul contract is something that's so close to you. It's something that's innate. It's connected to your gifts. When you think about what you're really great at, right? Because that's the exploring that we do in the program is, what are you good at? Like, what would your best friend say your top 3 qualities are? Throw it in the chat. Top 3 qualities that you possess, you move with. Toot your own horn. I am good at. My friends say that I am. Like, there is something that they've told you. What is it? Let me see. Creative, empathetic, able to think out of the box. I love that. That you're artsy, that you're good with animals, that you're intuitive. Yes. Keep going. What do your friends say about y'all in the IG? What are you good at? What do you love to do? What do you see yourself drawn? Also, who do you follow on Instagram? Like, if you are connected to certain pages, there's a reason why you're connected to those pages, because you have an affinity for the thing. So you're studying and you're learning. Maybe some of you are, healers. Maybe you love to do energy work. Maybe you are really attracted to Reiki or dance. I was watching a beautiful video the other day of healing with the arts, and it was like art medicine, like going and painting and using your fingers and finger painting and getting dirty and creating art and all of these pictures. And it made me think of my best friend, because when we first met and we first started doing vision boards, which was 1994, we're sitting in, her attic apartment, smoking and paint and glue and glitter and magazines, and we're creating these visions for our lives. Like, there is something that you resist, but it has been persisting in your life. It's been showing up over and over again. Friends say that you're encouraging, that you're outgoing, that you're giving, that you're compassionate, optimistic, understanding, supportive. Yes to your soul tribe on IG. Definitely drop your IG handles in the chat. Yes, so people can follow each other. So let me pull this one, Jennifer's. I'm encouraging, I'm outgoing, I'm giving, I'm compassionate. Just those 4 words, to me, the energy that it's giving is service, community, something bigger than me, right? Something bigger than me. There's something that I'm supposed to be doing. There's a gift that I possess that I'm supposed to be sharing. So, are you a writer? Are you a speaker? Are you a community leader? Like, our soul purpose, our soul contract, we were given it at birth. We loved doing it as a child. We loved doing it in our teen years, and then something might have happened to take us off our track and put us on another path. But all paths return us back home to who we're meant to be. And so trust that, right? Cycle 3, seguimos. Your hero's journey. In the last round of the program, I had this later in the cycle, but I moved it up because I thought that it was really important for us to really understand who we are in the journey, right? On our journey, there's 12 steps to the hero's journey. Are you the crone? Are you the herald? Are you the sage, right? Are you the wise person? Are you the one that goes on adventures? Are you the one who's the savior? Are you the one who, right? So it's this week we're looking at, are you the mentor? Are you the leader of the pact? And so this 3rd week, we're going to be spending time identifying, and sometimes we're 1 or 2 or 3 or 6 of them at the same time in this moment. Like right now, I'm feeling very much that I give energy of mentor, sage, and crone all in one, right? If I had to pick those 3. And so why are you refusing the call? So when we talk about soul contracts, what we came to do, we have been called and called and called, and Sekansang, they get sick and fucking tired of calling us and telling us, but this is what you're meant to do, and this is what you're meant to do. But we're afraid, right? This is the moment that we resist the gift, the blessing, that we say it's too much, that we can never do it, that it's too late, that we don't have what it takes, right? So we're going to be in the 3rd week spending a lot of time in the hero's journey, naming it, looking at the tests, seeing what they revealed, and deciding where we want to be. Where do we want to go from there, right? Once we know who we are and where we are and what we've been doing, we can make changes. Our fourth week, know thyself. This week is a challenging week. This week, we are rewriting our narratives, all of the shit that we believe about ourselves. The old story, the new story, our relationships. We're really taking inventory of the people that we keep around us to really identify why it is that we're stuck. If we are surrounding ourselves with people who aren't going anywhere, aren't doing anything, aren't contributing anything, are toxic, then we cannot be confused about why we're fucking stagnant and giving off the same energy. My mother and Dominicans say, "Dime con quién andas y te diré quién eres." Tell me who you are, and I will tell you. Tell me who you hang with, who you spend time with, and I'll tell you, and it'll tell you who you are. You know, and it's not so cut. It's not so cut and dry like that. But the truth is that if you want to elevate, be around people who are elevating. If you want to be about something, then be around people who are about something. If you want to be spiritual enlightened, then begin to take the workshops and that elevate you and put you in a space in community with people who are doing that. The thing that you want to be around, the thing that you want to do. Shit, maybe some of you in here want to launch your own program, your own coaching program. You see yourself as a coach, you see yourself as a mentor. I see that. I receive that. Like all of us are, like we are feeding off each other. There's a reason why we're here, and what it requires is study. What it requires is rewriting the narrative. It's not, I read a 10 image slide on Instagram and automatically I'm the authority on a thing. No, it requires hours of study. It requires years and years of practice, of failing, of shifting, right? And so week 4 is really important because it's time to dismantle all of the things that have been crippling us and paralyzing us and write a new one. And we keep repeating the story. Like, when are you going to decide? When are we going to decide that we're done with it, right? That we've let it go. So like some of these stories that we're writing are, my old story around purpose is what? My old story around success is what? My old story around my personality, the things that I like and dislike, my story about money, my story about healing, my story about joy, my story around my body, my relationship with spirit, my story around wholeness. Like, who gets to be whole? Who gets to be healed, right? And my story about my life. I'll never be anything because, I'm from Bushwick. No, shit. I am living testimony that you could be a girl that was born in Bushwick, Brooklyn, who is now living in the Dominican Republic, who has land and is getting ready to build a sanctuary for us. So the story that you were born with doesn't necessarily mean that that's the story that you will die with, but you have to be willing to fucking write it and stand by it and live it. It's not just I'm praying for it. It's I'm taking action to receive it, to achieve it. Yes. Yes. I'm moving through them quickly because I am gonna slow it down. There are a couple of weeks that we're gonna be writing about. Week 5. In my bag. This is our relationship with money. This is where some of us get stuck. First of all, it does not escape me that even designing a program like this was uncomfortable even for me. When you know your worth, you know you are worthy. And I remember, I shared this with my class, when I was designing this coaching program 2 years ago, and I spoke to a friend about it, she said, Alicia, whatever you are thinking about charging, mark it up 20%, because chances are you are devaluing yourself and your gifts. And I cried, because I was like, whoa, I can't tell you how many months I waited to even launch my coaching program, because I didn't believe that I was worthy of this work in this massive scale, and to put a number on it, like to just sit and just like meditate on, okay, what, like I am definitely someone who loves numerology, and every number means something to me. And so I was like, do I charge this? And do I charge this? And it was always like these low numbers, because I wasn't thinking about what I was bringing. I was thinking more about what people can afford. And that was the wrong energy to bring to the work that I do. Because when you're in your bag and you live from a place of abundance, you know that the universe always provides. And the universe will always bring you exactly what you need in the moments that you need it. And if you are working and even building something from a place of lack, you attract that. And so week 5 is absolutely, how do you shift your relationship with money? What's holding you back from getting paid what you know you are worth, starting the business, launching the website, offering the service? Being in your bag means you know your worth and have released your attachment to poverty, period. And so that's a really good week. Week 6 is altars and divination. I love this week. This, I would say, is my favorite week, because this is where I not only bring you into my very private and very intimate spiritual practice. We spend time talking about ancestral veneration, offerings, protection work, and also it's the week that we focus on our health and vitality. When I was praying today, when I was praying during meditation, during yoga, when I was praying at the foot of Ochosi, because I pray several times a day in different places. I was praying in front of Ochosi, and I was asking for Ochosi to give me the words for our session today, to be able to be as thorough, as loving, as generous as possible, but just, right? And also when I spoke to Oya, my mother, I was saying to her, you know, any negative energy or any negative beliefs or any pain that I might be holding in my body, that with her winds, she cleansed me of it, right? And so the altars and divination week is not just a discussion on altars and divination, but communing with spirit, like beginning to honor and how you see yourself in front of your altar, and what it is that we can bring to them, we should be bringing to them. And so, you know, there's in the workbook, there are prompts, right, to have you begin. But this is not, for those of you who enroll in the class, this is the short version. Your workbook is a lot bigger with a lot more exploring and things to write about. Week 7. Let me see. Let's breathe. How are we feeling? Let's do a check-in. We're at the midpoint. Let's do a check-in. Let me see in the chat. How are you feeling? I'm going to take questions at the very end, right? So be writing your questions down. I love children, animals, and the elderly in no particular order. I love serving the community. It gives me a sense of fulfillment. Jennifer, you're in New York. Are you in the Bronx? Do you live in the Bronx? New Jersey. Okay. Look into senior programs. Look into, the Department of Aging in New Jersey, and look at the people who fund those programs, because they often have grants for artists. That's what I've been doing for the past 8 years. is I've been very blessed to be the recipient of the Acacia, it's a teaching artist fellowship. And what it allowed me to do was offer programming for 6 months out of the year, every year for 8 years. And I use my art. We've been writing, we've written a play, we've written poems, we've done a film project. Right now we're writing a book. I'm actually editing a book with them of their work, Stories of the Bronx. So the thing that you're feeling good, you feel amazing, you feel the energy of this space, Ache. Beautiful. Continuamos. Week 7. Ending cycles. This week is about your work and your career, tools for visioning. Why are you still at a job that is beneath you? All right, let's do a quick visualization. Ready? We're going to do a visualization and then we are going to journal. Ready? Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. I want you to see yourself. You're in meditation. I want you to see yourself. I want you to see your future self. I want you to see yourself doing the dream job. I want you to see yourself waking up in the morning. Who do you greet in the morning? What's your route to get to work in the morning? What is your energy? What do you look like? What do you smell like? This is your dream job. Perhaps you're going to open up the window, the gates of your business. Perhaps you're going to a storage facility because that's where you're starting your business and you have shelves with all of your products. Perhaps you're going to an office space that you rented. Perhaps you're going to a shared workspace where you've decided that 3 times a week, you're going to pay $25 a day to gift yourself a space outside of your home area for you to vision and build the dream job, the dream life, right? What are the behaviors that you're moving with in this new job energy? What do you believe about yourself? How do you feel? You're feeling yourself. You're feeling yourself. You smell good. You look good. You are the boss. No one is the boss of you. You've seen it. You feel it. Hold that vision. Bring it back to where you are now. Your stomach just sunk. I brought you up and knocked you right fucking down. Where are you right now? Where are your finances right now? Who are you working for or with right now? Are the relationships non-reciprocal? How do they treat you? Do you like what you do? Is it your dream job? When you look at the job and your work life, is it balanced? Is it what you always dreamed you've had? Is it what you always dreamt you would be doing? When you're at this job, where do your thoughts go? What do you feel about yourself in that position? What are your judgments about your job or yourself in this position? Are you feeling like, man, I can't believe I let them disrespect me and belittle me and demean me in the ways that they do? What do you want to change? What do you want to say? How long have you been thinking about quitting this job, changing this career? Imagine yourself getting up, knocking on your boss's door and saying to them, fuck you, I'm out. Or maybe not fuck you, I'm out. Maybe I have played my final inning. I'm ready to move on. There's no growth here. It's not what I want for me. I need something else. I need to feel challenged. Right? What do you need? What do you need? When you're ready, come out of meditation, and I want you to journal for 5 minutes, quickly, what you saw, your future self in the dream job, and then bring it back to where you are. 5 minutes. Five minutes. Start now. Let's take 1 more minute. 1 more minute, and share in the chat the dream job for your future self. That's time. Go ahead and throw in the chat, and I'll come back to that after. I'm going to just keep going so we can chat. Week 8. I said what I said. This is the week that we are saying what needs to be said. We're talking about rituals and practice, Integration is an important theme this week. A willingness to make revolutionary change, removing the roadblocks that might still be coming up. Why do you have a hard time saying what you want to say? What are you afraid will happen if you speak your truth? This week, we're thinking about the ways we've been dishonoring what it is that we need to say and want to say. What shifts are we open to seeing in our lives? What needs to be said? Who needs to hear it? Why do I avoid saying the thing? Week 9. I know what I know. Boundaries will save you. You are the authority. Trust yourself. We're no longer asking for validation. We're no longer asking for permission. This week, we are respecting ourselves enough to trust that we are the authority, that we have done the work, and that we deserve to have the life that we say we desire. This is where we're really in alignment with our soul purpose. This is us really consistent and committed to the thing, whatever that is. We're not accepting scraps from people. We're not waiting for people's permission. We're not worrying about anyone liking us. None of that. Week 10. Weapons formed against me. Here we are looking at our words. How do we speak to ourselves? Our words are spells. Like, how do you see your future? This is why I had you see your future first. And then I had you, see where you are. Like, see the life you desire and see the life that you have. Our thoughts manifest our life. What we believe we deserve happens. It really, this idea of, the secret, the law of attraction, if you say something, if you're ODing on positivity, positive thoughts, positive beliefs about yourself, your life, your journey, your work, your passion, your purpose, and you do it with consistency, you will begin to see the universe deliver it. In the same way that if you believe you ain't shit, you ain't never going to be shit, you've also manifested that too. This week, we're writing our protection spell. We're going to be doing some candle work. We're going to be doing some writing our own spells this week. Week 11, save yourself, spiritual armor. As it's like everything that we're learning, everything we're talking about. I know you feel exhausted. I know you feel exhausted because I've taken you through all of the levels, all of the places, all of the steps that it takes to ascend. We cannot ascend without taking fucking baby steps, like crawling and then walking and then running and then climbing this fucking mountain. You can't just from A jump to Z without doing the fucking work. So week 11 is really in honor of spiritual armor and really spending time returning to source, returning to spirit, when things show up to take you off your path, because they fucking will. A death, a loss, an ending, a betrayal, a loss of a job, like real life shit. This is the week that we're remembering our spiritual armor, to put on our spiritual armor. And week 12 is our ceremony, right? It's our ceremony, it's our celebration. We are writing a letter to spirit about our life, right? And so, family, how are we feeling? I took you through the whole thing. My future self is being a businesswoman, an entrepreneur, being a philanthropist, mental health advocate, bringing healing to our communities in DR. Luz, being an investor, using wealth, my wealth to transform people's lives. Yes. My ideal future self will be holding various recreational workshops for children and the elderly, such as floral design, arts and crafts, painting, singing, sewing. I see myself surrounded by seniors and elders in a library. Ache. My dream job is I will be a creative director for a magazine, for a network, for a radio station. I'm going to get very fucking clear about the creative director role because that's what I'm calling for. Let's go. I love that. I love that. And so I know that that was a lot, but I wanted to share, and you have the workbook, right? Like, you do not have to be in the program to do these prompts. Like, sit with them, reflect with them. But for those of you who want to dig deep and want to make transformational change, your workbook will be a lot larger than this one, with a lot more tools shared, and we start building. The next Ascend with Alicia program begins on February 20th. I announced I sent a beautiful email out yesterday to 20 of my top customers in at the La Santera store, and I offered those 20 people the first 3 weeks of the program at no charge. I offered it to them for free because they are folks who are like my top loyal customers in the store. And I'm thrilled to share that publicly because if it wasn't for them, there would be no La Santera store and there would be no coaching program, because it really was a reto, a dare to stretch myself further, to grow bigger, to expand, to bring my gifts. And so I wanted to give them, I wanted to thank them for that. And so that happened last night. And 20 is in honor of my brother because that was the day he was born. And also the number 2 is in honor of me celebrating my 2nd year rematriating to the Dominican Republic, moving here on February 13th. And so the 2 is super symbolic. The program starts February 20th and it runs through May. It's 12 weeks. There are, let's talk numbers because this is an investment, right? There are 2 ways to be a part of the Ascend with Alicia program. There's a one-on-one mentoring that is $1,800 for 12 weeks, and you get a weekly one-on-one video call with me, as well as full access to the members only portal of the La Santera website. And so one-on-one with me and the members only portal. But there's also a payment plan, right? So there are 9 payments of 222 that might feel better for some people, and some people are able to pay it full out. And then the group, you're able to be a part of the group membership. The group membership is access to the member portal for the 12 weeks and a weekly class. So every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will meet. And the people who are who get the one-on-one coaching are also part of that weekly class. And that's $555 for the 12 weeks, or a payment plan of $69 for 8 weeks. This is your time to ask me Any question? The floor is yours. Talk to me about anything that you're feeling. Oh, let me see. Miko, my future self will be producing music and films, acting, singing, and working behind the scenes, producing content that I love, that's healing. Yes, I'm here for it. Oh my God, I have you all locked. That's why. Unmute. Unmute, let me hear your voice.
Hello. I'm so thankful to be here. Thank you, Alicia, for making this space for us. I actually we're just on my phone and I was on Instagram. I'm like, oh, Alicia's on live, and I wanted to like listen to you because I actually took a little break from Instagram. Like I had not been on it for like over a month. So just like you mentioned earlier, right? Like the people that we have on our Instagram and that we follow and stuff like that. And it's just like I also think I'm like, Alicia, I haven't seen her in a while. So like her content and stuff. And here I am. And I know you had this before, like the Ascension with Alicia, but I think that I might actually like participate because I felt called to be here. So
Yay. Love to hear it.
yes.
Welcome. Yes. Alicia says, my future self is a businesswoman that is able to create a safe space for our community where they're able to heal from their traumas and the generational curses that have been placed on them, being able to give back. Ashe, yes. Talk to me, family. The floor is yours.
Sorry. I wish I could show my face, but my webcam isn't working, but I do plan on participating in this class. As Charlene said, I hope that I pronounced your name correctly. I'm feeling very called to invest in myself and to really ask the questions that are necessary, not the surface level shit. And sometimes I have a hard time digging that deep. And I feel like you're a beautiful teacher, and this will allow me to tap into also my inner child because I love to write at a point. And yeah, I'm just so grateful for this space, for you holding this space, and I'm looking forward to growing.
Yay.
Thank you.
Thank you. I really appreciate that because I know that when I was younger, in my 20s, in my 30s, I wished that I could have been provided a space to be in spiritual community and pick up the tools to help me navigate some of the most traumatic events and moments of my life. But what I wish I had that, right? But then I understood too that, God, when I think about, I'm 51 right now, right? I'm 51 right now. And when I began my spiritual journey sort of formally was literally 12 years ago. And so we're talking about me being late 30s, 39, 40. And so I feel like, what was my point? What was my point? Where was I going? With like these spaces and teachers. While I wish that I had those teachers then, I also understood that I needed to seek them out. I needed to find them. I needed to get comfortable with asking them to be my mentor, with asking them to be my teacher, with asking them to be my godparent. Like and that's another conversation, but like when you begin this spiritual journey, you're really selective about who it is that you allow for, who are you allowing to teach you? Where are you receiving your spiritual medicine from? Like, who are those gurus? Who are those people? Because I promise you, for me, they're not celebrities. They're not famous. They're not famous. They're the regular people that I have access to, that I can sit with. They're my godfather. Like, he is someone that I admire and turn to, right? And I hope to be that for my godchildren, and all of the people who have participated in the program, and also those who will attend the program. I love that. Exactly why you waited so long. I agree, Jennifer. Like, shit happens right on time. Do you trust the person? Do you trust their gifts? Do you trust that they're committed? Do you trust, I'm not out, I was getting ready to say, I'm not out here selling you on anything. What I am out here saying is, I am willing to exchange my gifts. I'm exchanging energy. I am offering a spiritual coaching and mentor program where you get to work with me intimately. That's what what you're paying for is time with Alicia, learning from Alicia the way she learned her gifts. That's the exchange. That's the investment, right? The investment is that you get to be with me, being my energy, be in my space, build with me, ask questions, work with me, and learn from me, and exchange, right? Share knowledge, share space. Ask me anything, fam.
How's it going in Santo Domingo right now?
It is beautiful. I live in Puerto Plata, and it's sunny and cool. Like, the weather is really, really nice. It's beautiful. I'm very at peace. I live 5 minutes away from the ocean, and like the mountain is right behind me.
Wow.
So
Yeah, that sounds so good.
Yeah, I feel really good. I'm in a very peaceful place, and I have a really good life. I'm very grateful. I'm very blessed.
That's so heartwarming to hear. Yeah.
Anyone else? No questions? So I'm
I
going to
have
read.
a question.
Please.
Hi, Alicia. Okay, so I was just going to ask throughout, because I know that we grow every day. And so throughout the first teaching that you did with Ascend with Alicia, what did you learn about yourself that was new throughout your journey with, your students? Or, the people that attended the class?
Oh my God, that gave me butterflies. What a beautiful question. What did I learn about myself after completing the 12 weeks, the first round of the Ascend with Alicia program? I'm a badass. Straight up. I'm a badass. I learned that when I live in alignment with my divine purpose, with what I came here to do, when I study, when I walk my talk, like I walk it, I live it, I shift, I study, I give fully. I learn that the universe blesses me tenfold. Like I learned so much from the group, because the group is fun and a family. They're different energies. So in the group space, there's this energy of community and learning together and growing together and asking questions. But the one-on-ones were something really spectacular for me, because I got to have build and establish very intimate relationships with each of those people, because all of them became my spirit family. But just seeing that growth and really hearing Mafere Funegun, hearing where shifts happened, what shit came up, what things were removed, where they were like ready to quit and give up, and those, because that happens too on the journey. You're going, and you feel like you're getting closer to the thing, and then something will come up to test you, and you will either on the journey, and this comes up on the hero's journey, you either pass that test, you're going to go forward and full force, full steam ahead, or you're going to fucking quit entirely and say, no, no, no. And so the fact that for the majority, they stayed, I would say that maybe 2 people didn't finish the program fully. For whatever reason, life happens, shit happens, So I learned to adjust, to shift, to grow. Yeah, I really love that question. I learned that I'm a badass. I'm a badass, yo. And what I mean by that in the most humbling way is that I'm listening to what God is saying to me. God is saying, I want you to have more and more and more and be bigger and bigger and bigger, because the bigger you get, the more I'm going to give you. And the more that you have, the more you'll be able to share, the more you'll be able to do, because I want you to walk in alignment with what I have for you, not what you want for you, because what you want for you is fucking small. It's tiny compared to what I'm trying to give you. I'm trying to give you a mesa full of food, and you're trying to be okay with these scraps. No, that's not what we're doing. We're building a sanctuary. Let's go. Let's build. Let's work. Let's work. And so I learned the value of working hard, because this is hard work. This spirit work is hard work. This energy work is hard work. So I also learned the areas where I have to take care of myself, where I had to pour in myself, what things I need to cut out of my life. For example, my writing classes. I am fully immersing myself in my coaching program, and tomorrow's my last writing class. I'm not going to be doing writing classes. That's a decision that I made. And that was something, things that I learned. I need to move things out. I can't think that I'm doing everything. This is where I'm being called to be, and this is where I'm focusing all of my energy and all of me. Anyone else? Don't be shy. Throw it in the chat. We're here. In the meantime, I'm going to read you a beautiful affirmation and reflection that I read this morning as I was playing my sound bowl. It's from Iyanla Vanzant's Acts of Faith, Daily Meditations for People of Color, and it's February 4th meditation. Open quote, may I assume whatever form I want in whatever space my spirit wishes to be. From the book of Coming Forth by Day, translated by Dr. Maulana Karenga. Reflection. The ancients knew the connection between man and the divine. They knew that buried beneath the personality, perceptions, and self-imposed limitations, there lies a spirit of unlimited possibility. They knew that you choose with your thoughts the shape and form of your life. You create with your words the conditions that you will face. You limit with your fear the coming forth of your desires. You destroy with your blame the direction of your destiny. The ancient ones knew that only with diligent maintenance of the mind and emotions would man master his fate, because the blood of the ancient ones runs through your veins. You have the same knowledge. You have the ability to be what you want in the place you may choose. Simply follow the divine prescription for unfettered success. Begin within. I am the beginning and my end. Any questions? Any more questions? Thank you, Shar, for putting that in the group. So the one-on-ones are 1,800, includes the group portal and the group class weekly, right? Mondays. So one-on-one with me, Monday classes in real time, And the member portal. And then the group session is $555. There's a payment plan, and we meet on Mondays, 8 p.m. for 12 weeks. Also, includes the member portal. Family, it is 3:33 p.m. for me. Maferefuna legua, maferefuna chosi, maferefuna gun, maferefuna sum. As we close, I want to hear from you in the chat how you're feeling. How you're feeling about digging into this work and discovering your life purpose. In the chat. Come on, Miko. I'm also a mogul that creates, invests in multiple business, about farm work to fashion. Come on, let's go. Centered and ready. Beautiful. Feeling amazing. Looking forward to really pulling back the layers of myself and getting rid of the programming. This is work, family. I can't, they call it the work because it's work. It requires solitude and stillness and dedication to recovering and recuperating our lives. Like, we've wasted so much time, but I also understand that no time is wasted because all of it is part of our learning. But when you wake up, when you're awoke and you have no veil covering your eyes, you see. I had a beautiful experience just this week writing. And I've been having a lot of arguments with Ogun, my Orisha, my father, and I've been having a lot of arguments about certain things. And finally, he answered me on the page. He was like, but I've been trying to tell you, be consistent, be disciplined. And by discipline, he means the page, writing more, because that's my gift. My gift, this is one of my gifts, but my gift, my calling is to write, to publish spiritual books, to publish memoirs, to publish fiction, like not putting me in a box. I write all the things, essays. He's like, I need you to sit and write. That's what I need you. That's what I need you to do. That is your purpose. Never forget that. And all my blessings come from that writing, right? From that expression, that creative expression. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm so excited that y'all are joining, that y'all are saying yes. Yes, yes, yes. Beautiful. Thank you. Likewise. Word. You all have the link. Registration is already open. Will y'all check to make sure that the buttons work? Open it on a computer. Open the link on a computer because it shows you the entire page. So I don't know what's wrong with it on the phone. It doesn't allow for like the payment plan option. It doesn't show it. So while you're there, so I can also show you it here. Let me see. This is the page, right? This is the PDF. It's in here. And so let's go here. just to test the links. So you know that it's working, that it's good. Okay. And then here. So yeah, they seem to be. Perfect. And then here, the group session. And here we are. I just want to make sure that all of those links work for you. I've got to fix this, the group coaching one. So do nothing yet, so I can go in and update that. So family, as we close out, I want you to, in the chat, 3 key things that you learned today. 3 things that you learned that you're taking away from this experience. That's for everyone. Discipline, visualization, love, consistency, commitment, prayer, discipline, dedication, intentionality, Ache, discipline, support, and meditation, Ache. Perfect. Family, thank you for spending. If there's no other questions, I'm going to let you all go so you can bet on yourself. You're ready. It's going to be hard regardless, but it'll be worth it, Ache. I love you all. Thank you. Thank you for saying yes. Thank you for being a part of this session. If you have any questions, email me. And I look forward to seeing whoever it is that God is sending to me in the sessions. I'm really, really excited. And I just updated the website. So the weekly installment is ready. So it's open, registration's open. So go ahead, do your things. Don't sleep. I can't wait. I can't wait to see you all. I appreciate you too.
All right. Thank you so much. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here.